Yeah?
Daniel. We need to talk.
You want to lift to the calf? I'll be 2 minutes.
Nah, not working today. Got to catch up on some school stuff.
Studies over cash? That's not like you.
And some other things to sort.
Hello?
Mr. Woodson?
Yes?
Hey, it's Bradley Finch. You and my solicitor were for damage. Remember, I set fire to a bin at school and wrote Mr. Scally in his...
How could I forget?
I need you again. I'm not in trouble, nothing like that.
Right.
Sorry, I haven't got much phone credit. You know the cafe on Quinton Street? Can you be there in half an hour?
Well, I suppose so, but I...
Cool, I'll explain everything then. And I've got the readies to pay you, don't worry.
Where will you stay in Boston?
Well, Annie will look into apartments for me.
An apartment?
I want Emily to have a proper home. That's the point. Somewhere where she can just come to terms with everything.
What about the mill?
I hadn't really thought that far. I miss having you around. So will Emily. You would have been great support.
See, I said I could pay you. I'll work you after school. Been saving up.
You're 16 yet, Bradley?
No.
Well, if you want me to represent you as a solicitor, I'm going to have to go through your mum first. But tell me what you want to... Thank you. Tell me what you want a solicitor for first.
Well, it's that whole thing. I'm going to be 16 next year, and I'm going to get my national insurance card and stuff. And they're going to put me down as Bradley Finch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like a Finch. He's just some bloke who got married to a mom, then when he got bored of us, walked out.
You still don't have any contact with your father?
I haven't seen him since I was 5. No birthday cards, nothing. Mitch is like my proper dad.
Well, that's your stepfather?
Yeah, he's done everything for me. It was him that sorted me out after all that trouble. I want to be called by his name.
OK. Well, what you're talking about is changing your name by deed poll. It's very simple. You can even apply on the internet. If you want it done before you're 16, then you're going to have to get your mum to do it for you.
So you need to see her then?
Well, I can do, but you don't really need a solicitor. All the form needs is consent of both parents.
My real dad doesn't even know me.
But he still has parental responsibility. If you can trace him, then you have to get a permission. But if you can't, then there are ways around it.
Right, I'll tell Mom. So you won't want any of this then?
Hey, back from the naughty corner.
It's not funny.
Excuse me, who's the shiner, thanks to you?
Oh, well, stop joking about it then. I'm not in the mood.
Did Julia give you a hard time?
Just leave it, all right? I don't need your sympathy.
You know what? You should be lucky you're still here, so stop feeling sorry for yourself and just lighten up. Oh, it's like that, is it? Morning, Joe.
Looking suitably repentant. I have to say, I was worried that you wouldn't be back.
Melody?
Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. Look, I wasn't going to mention it, but all right, fresh start, clean slate and all that. Morning, Joe.
Julia, I need to speak to you and Nick.
No?
Yeah.
Hey.
Emily's going to Boston for the treatment.
I think she's better off there.
Yeah. Oh, when's she going?
Saturday night. We're both going. I'm going as well.
Well, that's good. No, that is good because then you can talk to the doctors, you can get things underway.
When will you be back?
Don't know. I want to be around to support her for as long as it takes.
Right. Well, yeah, of course.
Don't hang around here.
I'm sorry, you know, I know I should be giving you some sort of notice, but, you know, under the circumstances.
Oh, hey, come on. How could you, Tom?
We'll manage. Don't worry. You do what you have to do.
Thanks for being so understanding.
Mrs. Wilkins.
Tanya, please. Thanks for coming so soon.
Thanks.
Hey, hello. Mr. Woodson, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Wilkins, good to see you again.
This isn't about Bradley, is it? Oh, if he's been up to his old tricks again.
No.
I just wanted Mr. Woodson to look over some contracts for the business.
Oh, right.
Well, go on then. You're going to be late.
Oh,
Bye. Bye. Contracts?
Yeah, why don't you just come inside? Just go through to the sitting room. It's so nice of you to come to the house.
No, not at all.
Well, to be honest, I'm not so sure about Brad changing his name. I mean, his father is his father wherever he is.
What Bradley wants isn't uncommon. Kids can be sensitive about having a different name to their parents.
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like so much trouble.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, yes, you have to apply to the court on Bradley's behalf, and it needs the consent of all those with parental responsibility.
Well, but if he waits till when he's 16, he doesn't need anyone's permission.
No, I take your point, but Bradley just feels that 16 is something of a milestone, and he'd like his new name by then.
Yeah, well, maybe you just can't.
Look, it doesn't need to be a big thing. If you've lost contact with Bradley's father, you can just write a letter saying that.
What sort of letter?
A letter to the court. I can do it for you if you want, but it only needs to be simple. You just say you've made reasonable efforts to find your husband, written to his last address, contacted relatives, which I presume you did anyway when he first left. Didn't you try to get child support?
No.
No.
There's no point in looking for him.
OK, everybody, listen, thanks for waiting. I've got to tell you that Joe will be leaving us. Emily is ill and he's going with her to Boston. Well, for the foreseeable future, anyway.
What? What's wrong with her?
It's a heart cardiomyopathy.
Well, it's definite, they're sure.
I didn't even know she was having tests.
She only found out at the beginning of the week.
Oh, poor kid. Anyway, today's going to be Joe's last day, and I know that you'll want to wish him well.
Joe, what we just heard.
I'm so sorry. It must be awful.
I can't believe it. She seemed fine.
How's she doing?
Fine, fine. She's doing really well. Yeah.
Don't suppose it's sunk in yet.
Ed. That's the name of Bradley's dad. We married too young. He was like a great big kid. You know, he meant well. He just didn't think.
Where is he?
In prison. He got on with this group of guys, thought they were serious players, that he'd be set up for life. Only he got caught.
And what was the sentence?
15 years on robbery.
And didn't you go and visit him, take Bradley?
I was going to take a 5-year-old into that place.
So you told Bradley that he'd left home instead?
I was kind of that way, you know, he could get over his dad all in one time and not drag it out over years and years.
Well, how does his father feel about that?
I begged him to get a proper job. He wasn't thinking about me and Brad when he was waving that gun about.
So if he's done 10 years already, he'll be out soon. So what are you going to say to Bradley when he comes to find him?
Oh, he won't. He'll have forgotten about us.
You sure?
Look, I'm just telling you, OK? That's why I can't do this deed poll thing. So?
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Right.
Are you going to get all this done by tomorrow?
I'll have to.
Have you booked your tickets yet?
Nope.
I'll do that for you.
But Vivian, it'll take ages. I've got to ring the airline and change Emily's ticket.
Yes, yes. I've already looked into it. Just get me your passports and I'll get cracking straight away.
Well, I'll nip home and get them.
Oh.
Oh, you're all right?
Yep.
Thanks for covering for me. I didn't realise there'd be so much to do.
Listen, I've been thinking, once you've gone and things are settled, I'll be moving on too.
What?
Well, I haven't exactly made a great impression, have I? Julia's dying to see the back of me, so...
That is not true.
It is, Joe.
Listen to me, Daniel. I can only leave like this because you're staying here. The practice is going to need you now more than ever.
I don't want to let you down again, Joe.
Then you've got to stay. I need you to take charge of the house and my affairs here while I take care of Emily.
All right.
Good man. It's not going to hurt getting your independence back. You're more than ready to stand on your own 2 feet. Now, the passports.
Thanks for coming. You got my message then?
Yeah, it sounded important. Everything all right?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what the hold-up was. I wanted to get it all moving today.
Well, you need to talk to your mum.
I did. She said there was a problem with the forms. I don't get it. You told me it was simple.
She didn't tell you what the problem was?
No. What is it? What's going on? Doesn't Mitch want me as his son?
It's not that.
Please, Mr. Woodson, you got to tell me. Please.
It turns out your father's whereabouts are known.
Hi.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Phoning Mum. Why are you back?
Just getting the passports. Vivian's booking the flight.
Mum better not quit her job as well. I can't have both of you on my case all day.
But until you tell her, you don't know how she'll react.
I do. She'll go into disaster mode. I don't want any domestics over my hospital bed. Or worse, the stress of it all could bring you back together. I'll warn you now in case I'm unconscious at the time. That would be a serious mistake. I can't.
She needs to know.
What do I say?
Do you want me to do it?
No. It's my thing. My heart. I have to tell her myself.
Why didn't you tell me?
Baby!
I could have seen him every week.
You were a little boy, you wouldn't have understood.
He used to play football with me, swing me up in the air. When I said I didn't remember him, I was just pretending.
Mum. Yeah, I know it's early. No, Dad's fine. I dunno, Sonny, I think. Listen. I need to tell you, I've been to the hospital for tests, and I've got this heart thing. This condition. Yeah, it's serious, and I'm really sorry.
Danny? Hi. Let me explain.
Oi! Get off!
Joe, time for a coffee?
There you are. You're free for lunch. Sorry.
That sounds a lot better after.
Well, everyone, I meant.
Sorry, I've got too much on.
Coffee it is, then.
I'll leave you to it.
Some things you ain't gonna miss.
Listen, I've been meaning to have a chat with you.
Of course. What's the huge step you're about to take?
I've been thinking about Jimmy. Since he's become a police surgeon, he's really come on in a more authority, confidence. You should use him. I mean, George as well, of course, but, you know, she's got family. I'm not sure she wants any more responsibility.
Yeah, right. Well, I hadn't really thought. We'll have to at some stage. More to the point.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, go ahead.
Right.
Bradley?
I got them to call you. It's theft this time. Shoplifting booze, the stupid sod.
You okay?
Well, you won't get any sense out of him. They're going to keep him in the cells till he sobers up. Oh, honestly, Mr. Woodson, we were done with all this. He's doing all right at school. He's got a job.
Have you told Mitch why you were drinking?
What do you mean? There's no excuse. I'm not surprised he didn't tell your mum, because she'd be gutted to see you here.
Bradley?
You tell him.
Let's step outside for a minute.
George, come in.
Don't know what to say. Can't believe you're leaving.
Well, it's Daniel I'm worried about. It's hitting him hard.
I'm sure it is.
He's a good doctor, George, and he shows great potential if only he had the maturity to manage himself. I'm worried that this fight with Archie is going to turn into another black cloud. He was emotional, upset. He's promised me that it won't happen again.
Good.
What will help is if you show confidence in him. With me not here, he's going to need that. I'm not asking you to bend over backwards, but it would be good to know that someone actually cares.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, George. It's a great weight off my mind.
Oh, she would have hated all that. Prison visiting. Being searched by guards. Sitting across a table. She likes her life to be just right.
I think she was worried about the effect on Bradley.
It wasn't just her decision, though, was it? He should have kept seeing his dad.
Well, at least he had you.
He's a good boy. My mates warned me about getting involved with a woman with a kid, but I just clicked with him straight away.
Did you and Tanya talk about Bradley's father?
I could never understand it. What sort of man could walk out on his wife and child? And Tanya, she never complained about maintenance or nothing. I thought she had such a dignity.
Well, she must have contacted him when she applied for the divorce.
She got it for desertion.
When did you marry?
A year after we met.
So Ed would have been inside for a couple of years.
If you say so. What does it matter anyway?
Hi there.
I've just come from the police station. You know Bradley's been arrested.
Yeah, Mitch phoned and told me. Is he all right?
Well, he's sobering up and then he'll be interviewed. Why didn't you tell Mitch that your husband was in prison?
I hadn't seen Ed for months. When Mitch came along, it was like a fresh start.
So, did your husband give his consent to a divorce?
Consent?
Did you go and see him or write him a letter?
Well, I can't remember.
You can't remember if your husband gave his consent?
Well, it didn't feel like we were still married.
But you were, Tanya. Being in prison isn't the same as desertion. Ed is still your husband unless you divorced him properly. You've committed bigamy. Do you understand that? Your marriage to Mitch is illegal.
I'll divorce Ed then. You know, I'll do it right this time.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. Making a false declaration to marry is a criminal offence. You've deceived Mitch deliberately.
It wasn't like that. Right, I didn't think anyone would find out.
What? They have. I don't know how Mitch is going to take it, but Bradley doesn't want to see you.
We're a happy family, the three of us.
To Bradley, his family meant trust and security. So much so he wanted to take Mitch's name. Now you have to tell him that was all based on a lie. I think that's going to change things quite a lot.
Right, Vivian, I'm off for my appointment.
It's not in the book.
I told you, Vivian, it's personal.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. My mind's on these airline bookings.
Right, well, I will be back before closing.
Yes, make sure you are. I think we should all be here by the end of the day.
Hello, this is Emily Fenton. You do remember?
Mitch,
Don't.
I'm sorry.
You lied to me, Tanya, from the first day we met.
I didn't. I wasn't thinking about Ed. All them years we spent together, that wasn't a lie.
Oh, so our wedding was real then, was it?
It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Are we married?
Mitch, I love you. I meant every one of them vows.
You've made a proper mug out of me.
Look, I'm going to tell the police. Mr. Woodson says if I hand myself in, it'll go better for me.
I've got to go.
Mitch! Don't let this destroy us! Look, I know what I've done's really bad, but you love me, I know you do! If you leave, it's going to punish both of us!
Mitch is gone.
So I can't be interviewed then?
Your mum's here.
I don't want to see her, I told you.
Bradley.
I trusted her, totally. Might not have grown up with a real dad, but I knew she'd never let me down.
She never intended to hurt you.
Are you defending her?
No, I'm just saying she is still your mum. You might want to hate her, but it doesn't work like that.
You're late.
Sorry.
Thought you weren't coming.
So what are we discussing today?
Betrayal.
Huh?
I understand what you're going through.
No, you don't, because I've never been unfaithful to you.
Well, you went behind my back with another woman when I was 9 months pregnant.
Okay, so you know what it feels like to trust someone implicitly and have that broken. The difference is I've never done anything I'm ashamed of.
It's a matter of degrees.
No, it's about crossing a line. I always knew what I could stand to lose.
It's easy to say that now.
I've always known it. I was better with you than on my own, fact. You were the centre for so long. A constant, a given. And if I jeopardised that, it would have been like cutting off an arm. But that's what you've done.
I keep telling you that what happened with Nick meant nothing.
It just makes it worse. That you had sex with him out of guilt or pity or whatever it was. You could put our marriage at risk with so little thought.
Sorry.
I love you. I don't trust you.
Still here?
Mum's talking to the police.
She said she was going to. I thought you might want to lift home.
Are you sure? I mean, I didn't know if you'd be back.
Whatever happens between me and your mum, you are still my son. You know that.
Thought that went well. You know, I'm sure we're going to get through this. Who knows? Maybe we'll come out the other side stronger for it and take each other for granted a bit less.
It's strange being without you. I hate being away from Bracken. Anyway.
Yeah, best be getting back. Do you know Joe's leaving today?
Yeah, I heard.
You come and say goodbye. Vivian's got cake. Would you come home? Move back in, I mean. Just on a trial basis, any rules you like. Would you at least think about it?
Yeah.
Haven't missed it, have I?
No.
Nope, Joe's not finished yet.
Right.
You're all here. That's weird. Oh, right. A party. Well, thanks for telling me, guys.
Did no one ring her?
Melody.
No, don't worry, let me guess. No candles on the cake, so it's not a birthday party. And tea, and not wine. What's that all about? All right, someone else say something.
Emily's been diagnosed with a heart condition. And Joe's leaving. He's going back to Boston with her. And doesn't know when he's coming back.
Why didn't you tell me? I don't want you to leave.
Well, I don't want to either.
Oh, I'm going to miss you so much. I thought you'd be here forever.
No, I'm sorry. I'll miss you too.
Oh.
All of you.
Emily is so lucky to have you as a dad.
Yeah, I think it's great what you're doing, Joe, and I just want to say I'm Really sorry about being a bit of a brat and everything.
And don't worry about the house. I'll keep everything ticking over.
I don't give a stuff about the house. Just promise me you'll look after yourself.
I will.
You know that homeopathy is in danger of running riot around here.
I'm a convert, remember?
Well, it could be a good move. Wait till you see the hospitals in the States. You won't want to come home.
Well, we'll see. At least I know I'm leaving the practice in good hands.
You never cease to amaze me. I never knew you could come to a decision so quickly.
Honestly. Well, neither did I.
Your flight details. Don't forget.
I'm taking you to the airport, no arguments.
That's right.
Who's he with?
That looks like...
Emily. Emily?
What on earth are you doing? Don't be angry with Ronnie. I've always wanted to go on a bike, but I've never had the courage to ask before. You wouldn't want him to say no to a sick kid. Besides, I had to come. Dad has always been useless at saying goodbye.
Well, just don't tell your mother. I promise her I get you to Boston in one piece.
Chill out, Dad. He's such an old woman, and I actually don't know why I'm letting him come.
Can't change your mind now.
And I'm getting my own consulting room, so...
Nana's going to be parties at Fenton Manor every night.
I think we're going to need both those cakes.
Come on, inside, all of you.
Come on. Can't go without a bit of a do.
These pair of pears have been filling me up in the car.
Well, I suppose you're marginally less vulgar than your female equivalent.
Guess whose these are?
You're not going to read a diary?
It's a perk of the job.
I'm warning you. Fix a light, or the cat gets it.
What did you do that for? Because I knew you wouldn't like it.
It's all going wrong on campus next on BBC1 Scotland with a nasty bit of extracurricular activity in Diagnosis Murder.